Hi, guys, and happy Thanksgiving, or should I say happy Crapsgiving, with this year being what it is. Suddenly, as soon as I put the camera on, the place became underlit, but I'm just going to leave it like this is. My last video was about a week ago, and it was a whole 10 minutes. So my daughter said, I'm not going to bother. So you might not want to bother with this because it's probably going to be longer than 10 minutes. And the title is actually not clickbait. Maybe it's a little dramatic, but it's not clickbait. So let me tell you how this pensioner has suddenly realized that men my age tend to be crap. Okay, so maybe about a month ago, I thought of somebody I hadn't talked to for a while. And I got in touch with them on Facebook, and they're really cool, and we had a nice conversation. And then another mutual friend of ours ended up commenting on a comment. Now, this person I had a crush on when I was 15. 15 is not 65. So, maybe I was more impressed then, whatever. So we didn't speak, but we had sort of an instant message thing going. And he referred to me as adorable. And that's an unforgivable thing. So anyway, evidently he's become pretty up in the literary world, teaches, publishes and all. Good for him. Not that I care what he writes, because frankly, I don't care for it, but at least he had the balls to do that. So anyway, that being said, we started making comments, and then I said, this is a waste of time, because we're going to be button heads. So I blocked him. And I said, I may as well block the mutual guy too, because he may be reading my shit. So I blocked him. I want to try to do an unblocking, but I don't know how to do that. Anyway, point being that the guy I'm always talking about on here, whose name shall not be mentioned, but which rhymes with Floyd. You can go back to my videos and see how we have always butted heads. So I'm telling him that, I got in touch with A and B from high school, and all of a sudden I get this Facebook invitation from him. Now, this is bollocks. Because I have talked to him literally for the last 15 years. In fact, he got in touch with me when he found out Mr. Chester died because his mom read the obituary. And I was actually at my parents' house cleaning up when he called. That being said, and I know he has is it the word girlfriend? Can you talk to somebody who's 80 years old and call them a girlfriend? I don't know. But anyway, it's one of those situations where, and all women know this, if they know about you, but you don't know about them, thou art the side chick. So all of a sudden I get this invitation. Oh, let's go on Facebook. So I friend him, and I see that he's been on Facebook for quite a long time. Actually has more friends than I do. And this is another one of those cases where they meaning men, think that being quiet means you don't know shit, and you never will know shit. I said, okay, now why the hell have I talked to him about, I saw this on Facebook, I saw that on Facebook, and I've been saying this, referring him to things, and he never mentioned that he was on, and he never wanted to join, and all of a sudden, as soon as I mention that I'm talking to A and B, I get this invite. And I look and I go, okay, so L has been on here for years and years. And all of a sudden, and I go, why would he do that? Aha! Girlfriend who isn't girlfriend, who he never sees, who's 80 years old, who lives out here in zone 12 but up north and he doesn't have a fucking car, might know that I'm talking to him. And I go, this is so fucking childish. And I don't think that I'm reading into things here, because this is the kind of person he is. When you ask him something direct, he will not give you an answer. In fact, way back, 15, 16 years ago, when he started talking, he said, does Nancy, and that's the woman, does Nancy know that we're talking? Because I know that, we hadn't spoken for 40 years. That for, the last 40 years he had some relationship and the woman died and this and that. And he was going with this Nancy person who is about as fascinating as a slice of Wonder Bread, from what I understand. I did actually see her once. When his mother passed away, I went to the memorial service back in our hometown. And while I didn't speak to anybody, I sat in the back, I did see her, and frankly, she looked twice as Lutheran as me. Yeah, I know that's a dig, but I didn't know she was that old. So anyhow, my point being that this is bullshit. You know, it's very childish. And then it made me start resenting other stuff, like the last time we were driving someplace and he tells me about a stop sign. Now, I speak 5 languages and I can read a stop sign, especially when it's 4 blocks from my house on a route that I've driven twice a week for 38 years, whatever the fuck it is. It is literally 38 years I've been out in zone 12, but like, what? Like, what? When does this ever end? Does it ever end? No. Like I said, this whole rant, and here I am sitting here, Thanksgiving morning, I can't go out to the dinner I was invited to because it's in a red zone and there's COVID, and the host has COVID positive people at their workplace. So I'm like, okay, we'll just skip it. And my cat isn't even seeing me because she's had her health issues lately. She had gum surgery. Then she's nervous, and I guess she had her shingles recurred. So no, she thinks every time I see her, I'm going to squirt medicine into her face, which is easier now because she has fewer back teeth due to she had to have 8 teeth extracted. And this was my fault because I had neglected her dental work. Anyway, she's good. I'm good. It's not even 7 minutes yet. So, hey, I'm impressed with me. As usual, this is a one-take wonder, and I give everybody a happy Thanksgiving wish. And I hope that, I don't know what to do. Because I know usually sometimes I get a text like, oh, happy Thanksgiving or Merry Christmas. And I go, gee, I wonder where the fuck Elle has been. Bye-bye.